Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you this special bulletin. When you have a decade-old franchise led by a beloved character, in this case, The Witcher, and Geralt, and it's confirmed that the next installment of the game will not focus on Geralt, you're going to get a few mixed reactions, some nuanced, some not so much. But that is definitely the case. With Geralt, voice actor confirms Witcher 4 won't focus on Geralt. It's not about him this time. Now, this should not be any sort of news for anyone, considering all the way back in 2015, my goodness, even longer. Geralt's final adventure may not be the end of the series, but according to CD Projekt Red's senior writer Jacob, I'm not even going to try, we felt that we owed Geralt a proper goodbye and decided to part ways with a boom. So, all the way back in 2015, it was discussed that the next installment of the Witcher series would not feature Geralt. Now, back in 2015, this would not be met with much pushback, especially let's put Ciri into the next game. Would not be a problem. However, over the past 9 years, we have been inundated time after time, game after game, with strong female characters in a piss-poor story, lackluster gameplay, nonsensical dialogue, over and over and over again. Not to mention quite a bit of the information coming out behind the scenes for CD Projekt Red and the different, some would say, ideological changes they are making at their studio that are sending up numerous red flags over and over that people aren't really having hope. Not to mention the abomination that ended up being the Witcher series on Netflix, where, come the final season, Geralt was barely even in it, to the point where the main character doesn't even want to be in the show. So, this is where we stand. Let's see what this has to say. Oh, let's see. What's his name? Doug Cockle, the voice actor for Geralt in The Witcher 2, and The Witcher 3, confirmed The Witcher 4 won't focus on Geralt. And again, in a vacuum, by itself, in and of itself, this would not be seen as a problem, but unfortunately, over the past many years, it's made itself a problem, sending up numerous red flags. During an appearance on the Fall Damage YouTube channel, Cockle stated, quote, Witcher 4 has been announced. They've been working on it for many years, 7 years, 10 years, 9 years. I can't say anything about it. Well, of course not. What we know is that Geralt will be part of the game. We just don't know how much. He added, and the game won't focus on Geralt. Again, not really a big problem. I think a lot of people would mainly want a customizable character, male and female, be able to customize your own Witcher. A new clan, a new class, a new group of Witchers learning from Geralt. I think that would be a lot of fun. So it's not about him this time. We don't know who it's about. I'm excited to find out. I want to know. I have not seen any script yet. I couldn't tell you if I did. Of course not. Then why are you even talking about it? This is the thing. I could be lying through my teeth, but I'm not. Or am I, you cryptic SOB? Anyway, CD Projekt Red announced a new Witcher saga, which many gamers are describing as Witcher 4 back in March. This, March 2022. That's a March 2022. You forgot the date there. No, we didn't. Global PR director for CD Projekt Red, Radek Grabowski, shared on X in March 2022, quote, new Witcher saga announced. CD Projekt Red begins development on Unreal Engine 5 as part of the strategic partnership with Epic Games. He also clarified that the first game in the new series was not announced as The Witcher 4. He wrote, quote, what we have not announced today. Here we go. A game called The Witcher 4. A game exclusively to one storefront. It is our initial confirmation of a new saga in the Witcher franchise. Right now, we are not discussing any specifics in terms of story, characters, mechanics, or plot details. So this announcement that there's going to be a new Witcher game, no, that's nothing new, of course. In October 2022, CD Projekt Red revealed that this new Witcher saga was being called Polaris internally. Again, something we already knew. Polaris is a code name for the next installment of the Witcher series of games, which we recently announced was in pre-production. It is the beginning of a new saga. Now, when someone says new saga, you got to figure they're going to be going a different route as far as the main protagonist. And again, make it a customizable character. Just do that. You'll save lots of people a lot of stress and anxiety, because people in today's environment, especially in the video game industry, it's the strong women. It is the girl boss initiative. People see it as, quote, woke. I say it ideologically driven. You say it, you call it whatever you want to. But when the ideology is ahead of the story, the game will fail. If it's happened so many times. And unfortunately, gamers have been conditioned to expect that. When you come out with a new game, it's not going to feature the strong male protagonist that Geralt is. Then they expect, okay, it's going to be Ciri, or it's going to be a strong female character, which sends up so many red flags. Again, it's the conditioning that gamers have suffered. Calling it anything else, or not at least acknowledging that, is a bit disingenuous on anyone and everyone's part. It's unfortunate, but it is true. We aim to release 2 more Witcher games after Polaris, creating a new AAA RPG trilogy. Well, that sounds like fun. Just make the characters customizable. The company CEO, Adam Kaczynski, also shared in a Q&A with investors in 2022 that the first game in this new saga would take longer than 3 years to develop. He noted, "For Polaris, we are preparing technologies." Of course, they're working with a new engine, so I guess the first one's going to take a little bit longer. "This is the first project to be released with a new engine, Unreal 5. There is a need of some extra work making this technology viable for huge open-world story-driven games. So for this project, for sure, we need some extra time to deliver. The second and third installments should go smoother as technology will be better and the tools and the pipeline will be there, but this is all I can say for now." When asked a follow-up on if it would take longer than 3 years to develop, he said, yes, it is. So it's taking a little bit longer. In a Q&A, it's with Stockwarch. Anyway, in March 2024, CD Projekt Red's chief financial officer, Pietra? Okay. Okay, I'm moving on. Revealed that the company was around 400 developers working on the game. Currently, about 400 developers are working on the game with the support of about 50 people from so-called shared services. Ooh, so-called shared services. I wonder what that could mean. The target number of people involved in the project should be slightly higher than the current one. CD Projekt Red did recently hire Mary Kenny. Now here's another red flag for a lot of people who know who she is. A former associate narrative director at Insomniac Games. She posted on LinkedIn in July, "Without further ado, it's time to announce my new project. Today was my first day as senior writer at CD Projekt Red, best known for the Witcher series and Cyberpunk 2077. Although maybe not best known, maybe not a good reputation for Cyberpunk 2077, but it's in a much better state now." She added, "I can't wait to talk more about my project. I'm thrilled to be getting back into RPGs, and my team is talented, welcoming, and just flat out cool. Here's to a new adventure." Unfortunately, Mary Kenny, infamously told DualShockers in May that everything must be done to push an LGBTQ plus agenda. Yippee skippy. We have an activist working on the game. Although, if you've been paying attention to some of the goings-on behind the scenes at CD Projekt Red, I'm sure she will fit right in. Will that activism be pushed into the game itself, or just behind the scenes to what they see as taking care of their employees? It remains to be seen. But unfortunately, when you have to say everything must be done to push the ideological agenda, again, big, massive red flag on this one. She reacted to a GLAAD report bemoaning the lack of LGBT characters in video games, describing the report as heartbreaking. Well, it seems to be we be getting an overabundance of LGBT characters across the board, across mainstream, across the independents, over and over again, which is leaving a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, but it is what it is. She said, the GLAAD report tells us something key. Games are a way for LGBTQ people to socialize. It's a way for everyone to socialize. I think I did a video on this woman. But it also tells us something heartbreaking, that LGBTQ players don't feel that developers are thinking of them when they design games. No, they're thinking of sales. They're thinking of the bottom line. Maybe developers should be thinking about, I don't know, story, gameplay, the gameplay loop, the world that they are building, and then maybe putting in the ideological nonsense afterwards. Make it fun first. Again, why is that such a foreign concept for developers and individuals like Kenny? There are so many LGBTQ developers, and we want what players want. Really? A fun game? How about that? That's all we want. We just want a fun game. Make it fun first. Design experiences that tell players, we're here. We know you're here because... Never mind, I'm not going to go there. We're important and we belong. No one's telling you you don't belong. We just tired of your ideological drivel being pushed ahead of everything else. In order to obtain this, she declared, we need to pull every lever we have. I know that quote. I did do a video on this woman. Characters, community support, mechanics to make it so. Mechanics. What mechanics have anything to do with the rainbow people? What do they have to do with heterosexual or cis? What do they have to do? What do mechanics have to do with any race, creed, nationality, color, gender, sexuality? Mechanics are the mechanics of the video game. Now, you want to talk about the character's background, the story? Sure, we can go down that route, but what on earth do mechanics have to do with any of that? Nothing! The answer is nothing. What do you make of Cockle confirming that the first game in the new series will not focus on Geralt? Personally, I don't have a problem with it. Make the character customizable. That's it. Problem solved across the board. People want to play a male Witcher, they can play a male Witcher, make him look like whatever they want to. They can make him look like Geralt if they want. Make him look like Fat Geralt from Last of Us Part 2. If they want to make a female character or make them look non-binary as much as they possibly want to, you solve the problem. Even follow the same route as Cyberpunk 2077. You live in a magical world of magic monsters, mutations even. That's not what I meant. Don't take me out on that. But you understand what I mean. Make the character fully customizable. No harm, no foul. Give them a generic name like V in Cyberpunk. And, well, you have all the problems solved. You don't have to worry about any of the nonsense, any of the backlash. Make the character creator customizable, and ta-da! You won't have anybody whinging about Ciri being a strong female character. And again, what you have to remember, the reason why the discourse is there, the backlash is there, the pushback for concern over Ciri being the main character is because of the years and years of strong female character and a piss-poor game, a failure of a game, many, many times, added with the Netflix nonsense that was the Witcher TV show. You can't help, and you can't help but see it, but you can't ignore the problems. You can't ignore the discourse behind it and just hand wave it off and ignore it. But I'm going to stop repeating myself. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Leave a like, leave a dislike, and do all those nifty little things that YouTubers beg you to do. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye-bye.